Hi, thanks for joining me. And in this video, I want to talk to you about lock care. How do you care for your locks? And this is for any type of locks. It doesn't matter what type of locks you have, interlock system, palm rolled or twisted, okay? So before we begin, please show a little gentle love and hit the like and subscribe button. And if you care to comment, leave it in the section below, all right? So this is just simple lock care, nothing fancy. I make my own creams up for my hair, but you can purchase some type of hair moisturizer. That's really what you need, some type of hair moisturizer. And some of them don't produce a sheen. If you have one that does produce a sheen, or you find one that can produce a sheen, then grab that and that's all you need. But if you don't, then I suggest some vitamin E or some argan oil. And I'm looking at this and hopefully it's not backwards. So argan oil is really nice. And you can also use coconut oils. Coconut oil I like because they don't go rancid so quickly, which means if you only use a small amount over time, it may last, the container may last a long time. And then it gets this weird scent. You cook with it, it has a weird taste. So you can use that also. It'll do a little sheen to your locks. Also, and if you don't have that, you can't find something, there's plenty of hair moisturizers. You can use some type of lotion. Hair, skin, and nails are made out of keratin, so you can use that on there too. Well, what I want to show you, I have one side band up and the other side just kind of hanging loose here. What I want to show you is your locks are similar to braids. Therefore, you can't use a comb or a brush on them, but you can use your fingers, and you use your fingers as a comb and to just comb through both sides all the way to the ends to keep them untangled. That's really all you're doing. Excuse me, you can hold your head down and it's just a clawing action, just raking forward, putting your fingers through all the way through so that it's making sure they're not tangled up. If you don't do that, they tend to lock at the base where the new growth is, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to show you, it's time for me to tighten up my hair again. What you'll do is to untangle them at the root area. If they start locking, you don't want this to be one big matted section. I didn't go through all the trouble of making little ones to end up with a big chunk. So what you do is you come down close to the base where the new growth is and separate it in different directions. That's all you're doing. And you'll hear a popping sound of the hairs that have started to lock. And that's all part of the locking process. You just do it until it clears the way down to the scalp. And then you go on to the next one. I think those two I have joined together because one is really thin at the base. And it doesn't take long. You just separate it like that, and it'll separate it all the way down to the scalp to untangle. That's all you want to do. You don't want them tangled up, and they tend to tangle as your hair, if your hair was loose, it will tangle up naturally, and that's why you have to constantly do the grooming of the comb and the brush to keep it from matting up or tangling. It's just that locks, you encourage that matting and tangling action, but it's controlled. You don't want it to happen wherever and whenever. You want to control it. So I'm just doing that, pulling it apart, and you can hear the hair down here at the ends that pop apart. That's all you need to do. And then again, you just go through and rake. Then you can rake from the scalp outward or downward, making sure that it's all nice and clear. Then you apply, I don't have any hair cream made up, so I'm going to use a little lotion. Then you apply here to the ends first. That's how I do. I normally apply to the ends first. They're often neglected. Get them moist. They'll be nice and soft and supple. Okay, you still want to take care of your hair, even though it's locked. That's a style. You still want to take care of it, and you don't want it feeling all wiry, like bristles and what do you call that? Scouring pads. Get that out of the way. And then I just come up the hair shaft, applying it. I put it in my palms and I'm applying it throughout the sections. And then closer to the scalp up here. Just because it's locked, it doesn't have to feel rough and wiry all the way down. Then, of course, you can add a little oil. I use a mixture of oils when I make my own. This is the vitamin E oil, and you can pick that up from the dollar store. And I've had this for quite a while now, so it's starting to smell rancid, and I don't like that scent. But I'm just going to add just a little here. See, it's all shiny looking. It looks wet and it's shiny looking, and just apply it liberally on the hair so that the hair looks nice and healthy and not dull and dusty, as they say. Now, you can also purchase some oil sheen in the aerosol. I think I've seen some in a pump bottle, I'm not sure. But you don't need much, and it gives it a nice little healthy shine to the hair. And that's what you want. That's all you want. You don't want the hair looking like it needs help. All right. So that's really all you want to do. Keep it detangled. You can't comb and brush it, but you can use these. They do have some tools, like a comb tool. It's a claw that you can use for hair styling, but it won't work so well for locks, especially if these are really thin locks. But even if you have thicker locks, you still want to comb through and with your fingers to make sure it's not tangled up. Also, massage your scalp. Now you can take and put a little moisturizer or the oil on your scalp. You don't need a lot, but put it on the scalp and just massage the scalp all over. That encourages hair growth, healthy growth of the hair. By massaging the scalp, you're getting the blood circulating in that area, and it helps to encourage the hair growth. You can also, another thing that encourages hair growth is taking vitamins. A lot of people look at what they apply to the hair, but what you're applying to the hair is to keep the hair soft and supple, so it's not brittle, the ends are not splitting, and it's not breaking off. Even though you have locks, your hair can get dry, and it would, you can still break off ends and bits and pieces of the hair itself. So you want to apply these outward things to keep the hair soft, supple, and not brittle. You take your vitamins and massage your scalp to encourage the hair growth and healthy hair growth. All right, so I hope that helps you some. Hair care for locks. And again, this can be done to any type of locks, whether it's interlock system, the twisted lock system, or the palm roll. Doesn't matter whether your locks are thin or thick. You still want to take care of them as best you can. All right, so thanks for joining me again. Show a little channel love, hit that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment if you feel like it. All right, till next time, thanks for joining me.